Yes, guys, we are finally back again for another reaction on this here Brbptv. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. I actually did a reaction, well, 2 reactions on the Mr. Licks reaction, guys. I'll try to post that in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. But if you have not done so, definitely go out there and definitely subscribe to the Mr. Licks Reacts channel, guys. Mr. Licks Reacts channel. Of course, I'll be doing more reactions in the vibrations on that channel as well as this one as well. Anyways, guys, with that stated right there, let us get into the vibrations for today. Right now, brothers and sisters, now I remember some time back, some individual actually messaged me and kind of confused both the United Kingdom and the European Union, thinking that they are one, and of course was making a reference to this very same thing that we're seeing right there. But of course, I want you guys to, it's rather interesting that I got an audio for which I did a reaction for it, and the audio is actually there of Mr. Sean Douglas, or Senator Sean Douglas, when he was talking about that very same situation right there. So let us take a play in that.
And the European Union has, in the last 2 weeks, thrown down the gauntlet to countries like Dominica that operate CBI programs.
Indeed.
Mr. Speaker, the European Union recently, in the last 2 weeks, last week, has issued 6 guidelines.
These are them right there.
I want to highlight one. The 5th guideline, and I quote, investment must reach the host country.
Indeed.
The countries offering CBI programs must properly monitor the flow of funds and verify it against strict money laundering processes.
Stringent.
This will include the provision that investment funds must be directly transferred to the host nation under any situation and must not be diverted into accounts in any other country, close quote.
That therefore must be to the consolidated fund. It must not be put in other funds. Remember, guys, this is European Union. I remember an individual actually messaged me stating about that very same sentiment right there and kind of confusing both of them. This is European Union. The European Union is now putting a little hindrance on that vibrations for which individuals can get visa free, which of course they must do to protect themselves, just like the United Kingdom did. They decided to put visa restrictions. And of course, this is going to be implemented sometime very soon, depending on how necessary it is. They might escalate it. But I think this whole thing is going to take place in 2014. They're really going to implement this whole thing in January of 2024. That is next year, brothers and sisters. That's less than 6 months to go. Anyways, let's continue listening to what Sean Douglas had to say right here.
Mr. Speaker, this particular stringent measure I have highlighted is significant.
Indeed.
For years, the United Workers' Party and its leader, now President Lennox Linton, in particular, have lamented the fact that most of the monies from the sale of Dominican citizenships have not been deposited in the consolidated fund as required by law, but diverted into accounts overseas.
Which law gives the right for the government to do this? 0. None. Yet still the government is doing so, and the police is not holding the government accountable. The lawyers are not holding the government accountable. Nothing is happening, and we expect that magic just has to be done. No, brothers and sisters, accountability is key here. We always talk about accountability when it comes down to relationships. What about accountability of the government and what the law says that the government should do? The government is not above the law. It should be guided by the law. And any money that has been made for Dominica should come in the consolidated fund. That's what the law says. How on earth do we have monies outside there? We don't even know how much money is outside there being used by who knows who. Especially if we are making monies, Dominica is making money for the CBI program that is then being sent out to foreign entities to do whatever they want. That is interesting. I'm thinking of a particular individual known as Anthony Hayden, which of course we found out his name is not actually Anthony Hayden. But we'll get into that in a moment.
For the European Union, Mr. Speaker.
Remember, I've ruled in regards to the terminology sale of citizenship. I'd ask you to withdraw that. I want that to really be stamped out in Dominica. A lot of people saying about sale of passport.
It is the sale of passport, Mr. Speaker. It is the sale. There are 2 types of things that Dominica tends to do. One for investment and one for if you want a second citizenship. The second citizenship obviously is sale of passports. Especially when there's not a process like the United States where they then have to gain green cards, stay for 5 years, and then gain citizenship. But people don't even have to come to Dominica. They don't even have to come, but they're gaining passports. Really? What do you think that is, Mr. Speaker? Use your brain, so use your brain. Anyways.
Passport. Sale of citizenship. Withdraw that.
Mr. Speaker, I heard Dr. Ralph.
No, it is illegal to sell passport.
Dr. Ralph Gonzalez.
No, that's Dr. Ralph Gonzalez's business.
Speaking about selling passport.
No.
Yes, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez or Ralph Gonzalez is correct. He is correct. I hope Dr. Ralph Gonzalez or Ralph Gonzalez, I don't know if it's Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, but I hope he's hearing this. I hope he's hearing this. Ha.
No, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez is not in Dominica's parliament, and I'm the chairman and the speaker.
But you are saying that it is illegal to sell passports. You are saying it is illegal to sell passports when countries are doing it. There are a number of countries that engage in actual investment, like St. Kitts is engaging in investments, where the people who buy passports have to invest in the country, whether it be business or whatnot. But we can say, but I don't understand this. Let's continue.
Speaker of the House, I'm asking to withdraw. There's no way we are selling passport. So
Mr. Speaker, we are selling citizenship.
Withdraw.
I don't understand him.
We are selling citizenship.
Withdraw that statement. It is illegal. Do you want to continue or you want to withdraw?
That is the problem I don't like about the parliament, you know. They can be wrong. They still want to be strong and then tell you withdraw a rightful statement. Everybody knows Dominica is selling passports. Everybody. I just read the whole thing about selling passport and selling diplomatic passports. I just read that. So how on earth do you come and say that it is illegal when it is happening? Boy, you not easy, no? No, you want the man to withdraw his statement before he can continue. If he doesn't withdraw his statement, he cannot continue, even though you're wrong.
Decide.
It's been heard already.
No,
I'll proceed.
Senator?
I withdraw.
Nice.
So, Mr. Speaker, it is clear for all to see that the CBI program is under serious threat. If the EU decides to follow the UK and impose visa restrictions on Dominican nationals or Dominican passport holders,
you don't think it's coming? Oh, okay. It better don't come this year. It can come next year, but not this year, please.
Dominican passport holders, that will signal the death knell of the CBI program. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Finance knows that, but has chosen to ignore this looming possibility.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, even a 20% reduction in CBI program revenues will impact significantly government's ability to meet its commitments. Any figure higher than 20% could trigger a total collapse of the economy.
100% accurate.
Mr. Speaker,
it
is really the absence of
faith. You didn't hear that. Bring it back.
Pose visa restrictions on Dominican nationals or Dominican passports. I withdraw.
Nice.
So, Mr. Speaker, it is clear for all to see that the CBI program is under serious threat. If the EU decides to follow the UK and impose visa restrictions on Dominican nationals or Dominican passport holders, that will signal the death knell of the CBI program.
True.
Mr. Speaker,
why is that?
The Minister of
Why is that? Because Dominica is selling Dominica passports on the basis of entering the UK or EU visa free. Now, United Kingdom put restrictions now saying, hey, we need visas. What do you think European Union is going to do to protect themselves from all the criminals who have obtained Dominican passports? Guys, I wish it's making up story, you know? Criminals have obtained Dominican passports and diplomatic passports. Criminals.
He knows that, but has chosen to ignore this looming possibility. Mr. Speaker, even a 20% reduction in CBI program revenues will impact significantly government's ability to meet its commitments.
You know why that is? And it's interesting that he's talking about government commitments, brothers and sisters. This is one of the reactions I wanted to do today. Talking about the budget and the kind of monies that is being going to where. The government budget is 38% of the $1 billion. Boy. And ask yourself how much they put into agriculture and to tourism. We will get into that. We will get into it, brothers and sisters. No afraid. Fear no more.
Any figure higher than 20% could trigger a total collapse of the economy.
And that is because the CBI program is constituting about 53 to 58% of the GDP. Remember, Ross University was contributing between 30 to 40% of the GDP. CBI is contributing to 53 to 58% of the GDP. Now imagine 80% of that depletes. Not even 80%, imagine 20% of that depletes. Just let that sink in. And you think that is just for government, you know, mark you.
Mr. Speaker, it is really the absence of thinkers and a fundamental lack of creativity in the government that has led us into the situation where we have had to rely on the CBI to develop our country.
And it's interesting that they're not looking to agriculture, you know, brothers and sisters. The very budget tells you that. The amount of money they want to put in agriculture, it tells you that, brothers and sisters. Versus, guys, tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. And definitely check out the reactions I did on Mr. Lick's reaction, guys. Definitely check that out as well. The links of that will be in the video description or the comment box below, brothers and sisters. Check that out. I know what I say there. Okay, then.
Our country. Mr. Speaker, that was not the vision of the man who brought Labour Party to power in 2000.
Not at all.
The position of Rosie Douglas on the sale of citizenship on the CBI in exchange for money was clear and
you have to withdraw.
But he's right. Selling of the passports in exchange of monies. That is facts, sir. I know you're trying to protect them people there because they're probably paying your stuff for you through the very CBI itself. Who knows? Trying to offset your loans and what have you. You have, Mr. Speaker. Or it's alleged that you have. So you have to try to defend them and try to say, oh no, this is that, this is that. Let's focus on investment. It's not just the investment part. There are ample people out there who have been stating they're selling passports and they're using, even the United Kingdom came and said that we should not, Dominica should not, people who are selling CBI program passports, they should not use visa-free travel to the United Kingdom as a selling point. How can you use something as a selling point if you're trying to invest in the country? Where that going now? You investing in a country but trying to use going to UK visa-free as a selling point? Obviously, if you care so much, when you be investing in the country, okay, you get a passport to come to Dominica, what have you, but you're using the visa-free as a selling point. Now, trampling down now, like Sean Douglas rightly stated, if the European Union imposes visa restrictions on Dominica, the CBI will completely disappear. You know why? Not completely disappear. It will plummet. It will plummet to a magnitude you would not believe, maybe down to zero. You know why, brothers and sisters? Because the reason why they're selling it is to get monies, and then the individuals don't even have to set foot in Dominica. They then have the visa-free access to European Union and formerly United Kingdom right there. Don't you guys get it? No, you don't get it? All right, then let's continue. Once you don't get it.
Part about selling of passport. If you are Dominican, understand where my philosophy is.
It's not where your philosophy is, sir. It's what is actually happening. That is the problem that we have in reality. In this present days, a number of people want to go based on their feelings. Your feelings doesn't matter to facts, sir. It's the fact that they are selling passports and using the passports and say, hey guys, you can get visa-free access. Instead of investing in Dominica and say, hey, you want to contribute to Dominica? Contribute to Dominica in that way. Okay, you can go to the different businesses as one part of the CBI program does. Come on, Mr. Man. Come on, man.
It is illegal, but you are a member of parliament.
So if it is legal, why is Dominica participating in it? Why?
Doing something illegal. Please withdraw it and say clearly what you withdraw.
I am not saying it's illegal. I'm not saying it's illegal. I'm not saying that.
I am telling you it is illegal to do that.
But whatever, who cares what you say? Who cares what you say, Mr. Speaker of the House? You're not telling people what illegal. Not the laws that's supposed to tell people what you in charge of parliament. Boy.
So you can say it in the house.
You mean
you can.
Okay, I withdraw.
So no. So say which part exactly are you withdrawing?
Sale of citizenship in exchange for money, I withdraw. Okay.
Proper and correct. So from no one in this honorable house, I want it to be clear that I'm not going to accept that. This is illegal to say that. Not illegal to say, but illegal to do it. And therefore, we have to set a certain standard in the house. We cannot, as Dominicans, be saying that in Parliament, as if we accept that. We are not only bloc.
So, Mr. Speaker, what exactly are we doing?
Yes.
So let us continue, and please, if you try to
challenge it, Sean. You wouldn't answer it. What exactly are we doing?
Try to challenge it, Chair. I'll ask you to take your seat. Proceed.
So you're making a statement. They're asking you to clarify the statement you make because you want them to withdraw, and you're telling them that if you challenging the chair, but it's the chair that making the statement. The chair making the statement. You can ask the chair, can you clarify for me if what I'm saying is wrong? How am I saying it is wrong and that is what is happening? How? Means that the amount of criminals that obtain passports invested in Dominica? Eh? The United States say you have to invest in an American business, and they range from 900, I think 800 to 1.3 million dollars. That's all.
And show the chair respect. Move on.
Mr. Speaker, it's extraordinary, really. I mean, you have 19 seats, you have 5 senators, and you have the Speaker of the House on your side, and yet still, I'm not allowed to present.
Again, you are inputting improper motive. I am giving you a final chance to deliver. If you input any improper motive, again, I'll ask you to take your seat. You are now attacking the chair now.
So they're asking the chair to clarify what he's saying. So that's all. Anyways, the European Union, brothers and sisters, they gave 6 stipulations right there. I must make it. European Union raises the bar. New directives set for enhanced CBI programs. So they're not looking to necessarily stop the CBI program from working. They are setting up measures. So if you overstep these measures, they obviously will implement visas on you. Okay, brothers and sisters, now I heard a number of persons trying to say, oh, European Union is going to be putting visa restrictions on United States. That is not the case. They are putting the title, but if you read the article, you realize they're talking about the ETA, the very ETA that the European Union, the United Kingdom is talking about. Implementing the ETA. The ETA is like $6 or $7 pounds. Anyways, he explained the European Union's stringent guidelines which would be suggested to nations offering CBI programs. These guidelines are as follows, and I think that is very vital. When the very people in the country are allowing things to happen to them, foreigners must then step in to say, hey guys, hold up. You must check your people. If they don't check your people, we'll have to protect ourselves, and as a result, help you in the process. This is what they're saying. Implement. Of course, the guidelines are as follows. Implement robust due diligence. What does that mean? They have a whole list down there, brothers and sisters, of these interviews and what. Let me scroll along so you guys can read it for yourselves. You can stop this video and read it for yourself, brothers and sisters. So these are the help right there. Implement robust due diligence. Due diligence must be conducted on each applicant by reputed and legal international due diligence firms based in top-tier countries such as the EU, European Union, the United States, and now separate from the EU, United Kingdom right there. So they have to do their own thing. The implementation of mandatory interviews. That's one of the things Kerry is trying to put now. They're gonna have a robust, but they do interviews before to find out who the people is. Anyways, they're putting it there, so they must that must be done. Implement mandatory interviews. What does that mean? Mandatory interviews for all CBI applicants must be conducted. Not, oh, let my mother come and do it for me, or my father come, my auntie, hey, my auntie come there, she'll do it for me, man. For all CBI individuals or applicants, brothers and sisters, these interviews could be held through a trusted online, maybe Zoom, online digital platform, or in person if possible, right there. I think it should be done in person when it comes down to Dominica. How on earth you overseas they're trying to apply for CBI's passport and you never set foot in a country? You never set foot in a country just so you can be able to go somewhere else? Really? So you get in passport for you never set foot in that country, but for you to go visa free in other countries. How does that make sense to me? That don't make any sense to me. But hey, it is what it is. Enhancing security measures is the third one right there. No official documents related to alternative citizenship or passports should be sent to the investors / new citizens through post box mail after the citizenship is granted. No official document related to alternative citizenship or passports should be sent to the investor / new citizens through post box mail. You know, they send it to your home address. No, I guess they should get it where they should come and get it in the country. So that the monies generated can then go directly to the country, instead of them saying, oh, we'll give you the passports overseas, or maybe getting some money underneath the table. The money should come directly to Dominica, or come Dominica and get it, Maguesa. Stop your dirty ways. Increase of investment threshold. It seems like it's too cheap. That's why a number of persons and criminals are able to obtain it just like that. Increase the investment threshold, brothers and sisters. The European Union has said that the investment amount must be increased up to 200,000. It's apparently 100,000 in some places. Dominica is 100,000. I think 100 or 120,000 right there. But 200,000 US dollars minimum for a single applicant under the donation option, and US $400,000 for real estate investment options. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? There are two options that they put there, and then they want to talk about. There's the donation factor. Single applicant under the donation option. You have to donate that amount of money for you to get a passport. Isn't that selling it? No, they consider donations. Okay, I hear you. And $400,000 for businesses, real estate investment options. Okay then. Next one, number 5, as Sean Douglas was indicating, investment must reach host country. The countries offering CBI programs must properly monitor. That means it must come to the consolidated fund so that the people know how much money is being generated from CBI, and as a result being able to utilize that money in the consolidated fund to use it properly. When we have monies outside, you don't know how money is being spent, or who getting money from foreign entities, or giving money to foreign entities to do things for themselves, to do things for them, not the country. It's very guys, listen to that, brothers. Guys, you have to listen to what I'm going to tell you tomorrow. You know, listen to this here, Brbptv. If you've not done subscribe yet, you need to subscribe and make sure you click the bell so you can get notified when I drop all my videos. It's vital to listen to what's coming up next. Brothers and sisters, as God give me life, the countries offering CBI programs must properly monitor the flow and funds and verify it against stringent money laundering processes, because it's very clear it's easy to do money laundering. Another thing that's interesting, it seems like humans like to adapt, which brings me to the digital currency right there. Can they then use digital currency? I think they should have a stipulation for that. I think they should. Because if you're using digital currency to give somebody and then they pass the money in somewhere else, and then they put in the actual money in the consolidated fund, that means extra money is coming somewhere else. But due process must be done by the international community, which is kind of leveling out the playing field when it comes down to security, to help prevent the craziness that has been happening. So monitor the flow of funds and verify it against stringent money laundering processes. This will include the provision that the investment funds must be directly transferred to the host nation under any situation. Not, or maybe we can go, no, under any situation, and must not be diverted into any other account outside of the host country. It must always come to the host country. So we can't say, oh, we putting that in some account overseas to do things for Dominica. Who you telling that there? When Reginald come and say he don't know how smart Sparrow was to have monies outside there, I think it's $500 million. He said he put $500 million somewhere and if citizens don't know, you say that like that is a good thing? If the money was in the consolidated fund, what is the difference between the money being outside and the consolidated fund? You don't think that that money would be used to help the people in the country after Hurricane Maria? You don't think so? So you have to hide the money so that people would not know where that money is. So, boy, all you know easy that press. All you know easy that boy. Anyways, the money must come, like Sean Douglas was stating right there. It must come into the consolidated fund, the host country. Abolition of promotional materials of passports. This is where the selling of passports come in. Oh, you can use it. When you buy the passport, you have to come to Dominica. You can just go visa free to the United Kingdom or EU. A number of other countries, you can just go there. You can now go to Cambodia. Well, in March, I don't know if Cambodia can put visa restrictions. When they send a criminal start going to Cambodia, see Cambodia don't put restrictions on Dominica. Anyways, all promotional materials, I've been saying this before, brothers and sisters. Let me say it slowly. All promotional material of passports must be repeated from these third nations, showing the benefit of what? Visa-free access to European Union or other visa-free countries. They must stop using it as a selling point. I've been stating this before. Some of the things you're making. They have been stating this. I tell you the point. The reason why Dominica is in the state that it is because Scary them rejected what they stated. And then they were putting the citizens as Dominicans. And as a result, because the United Kingdom and the others wanted to keep the visa-free access to the people born in Dominica, they wanted to keep it there. And then the foreigners who obtain CBI would need to get a visa. But how on earth can you make the differentiations now when they are saying that you are Dominican? So the citizens in Dominica are Dominican. These other people are also Dominicans, written Dominican, brothers and sisters. So it's hard to differentiate, and therefore Peter had to pay for Paul. That is what is happening there, brothers and sisters. I've been stating this. Look it there for all you. It's not me that making things up, you know. Press editorial. European Union raises the bar as they should. They should, because they have to protect themselves. But that's the rules right there, brothers and sisters. Like I said before, you can slow this down, stop, read, because some of all you do like to search for nothing, or you just like people to put it for you. Well, I'll put it for you. I'll put some of them for you. Banning all citizenship promotions done through visa-free access benefits. This principle underlines the present scenario of marketing and promotion of CBI. That's what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. He says not sell, they're selling the passport. United States is using the investment opportunity. You have to invest in a business in the United States or in several businesses. When you do this, you then get green card. You don't get citizenship yet, you know. You then get the green card. Then you spend 5 years of paying taxes and blah, 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 and not breaking the law. And then they'll give you citizenship. You can apply for citizenship. But instead in Dominica, they're selling it, not to invest in Dominica, but telling you, guys, look it right there, banning all citizenship promotion done through visa-free access benefits. And that's clear. It states that the promotion of such citizenship by investment program must not be based on visa-free advantage. It must not. It must be based on the country that you want to get citizenship from. Visa-free advantage to the EU, United Kingdom, and any other nation. This principle asks the countries to shift their focus from just investing in alternative citizenship for the mere advantage of global mobility. That is the selling point that they use. It is not investment that they. Hey, boy, tell you boy. The EU says that these recommendations will serve as a guiding parameter for nations providing such programs, promoting stringent measures which pretty much will balance the economic advantages with ethical and legal obligations. Yes, that money will come to Dominica. That money will be used for the Dominican people or for the advantage of Dominica, and thus create wealth. When our leaders, brothers and sisters, there's always that. And I heard the what's his name, Mr. Speaker, speaking about white Caucasian nation and black nation. And then you look at slavery, brothers and sisters, and you say what the white man did to the black man was terrible. But brothers and sisters, the question is asked, who sold who to the white man? And again, brothers and sisters, when you can sell out your own people, that is present in this day and age. When you selling the people's citizens or their birthright to foreigners, and then you taking the money to be used for whatever, God knows what, then 10% coming to Dominica. Really? Isn't that the same thing? Of selling your own people for the sake of your benefit? Greedy? You greedy? All these people with the salaries that they get in, who knows, building all kind of things all over the place in across the Caribbean. Who knows what they own overseas? If all the monies that they're making that should come to the Dominican people, a few set of people volley in from Dominica, I tell you that is something else. Where all these monies go in, brothers and sisters, who knows? Then Scared come in and bring all kind of expensive thing down Dominica and say it's gifts that he receiving. Gifts from who? To do what? Man doesn't just come and give, man give just like that. Expensive gift, 250, 260,000 of the on my thing, you know. 260 whatever amount of money. Less than 300,000. For you to get gift from foreign entities to come down Dominica. What they asking you to do for them? To sell out the very people that you claim that you want to protect and love. You let Ross go, and who's the #1 landlord owner in Barbados? Talking about you meet the landlord and say, guys, we try to keep it for the landlord owners. Ross did not want to leave. Ross was forced to leave as a result of what you guys, and probably you guys planned it to do so too. So that you can get extra monies. Not true. Anyways, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box. I'm right there, guys. Definitely check out the previous reactions I did earlier on today. Man, it's sad, but this is what is happening. But I'm happy that you guys get to see this so you can read for yourself. So the individual who messaged me on the European Union, well, now you've seen it right there. The stipulations. Let's just hope they do fast-paced that and say, hey, Dominica getting all kind of thing. What? Dominica bringing all kind of people in our country. No. Visa-free access to the European Union. You have France, Spain, all these places, the Germany, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. People just come in there and, okay. Be mindful, brothers and sisters. Be mindful. I told you guys it was coming, you know. Didn't I tell you guys that? No? Okay. Okay then. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Subscribe, brothers and sisters. I'm bringing some heat tomorrow. With all that said already, guys, with the most high self as always. Definitely stay prayed up and be real. Be positive.